The Resident Evil 4 Remake demo just got leaked. And I'm not talking about gameplay, I'm not talking about screenshots, I'm talking about a release date. And guess what? The release date might be a lot closer than you guys think. Welcome back everybody to the channel. I just want to say really quick, thank you guys so much for your patience. I know I haven't uploaded in like the past 11 days. If you don't know, I've actually been celebrating my 21st birthday over the past week. But just know that within that time, I haven't not been doing anything. I've been coming up with video ideas. I just bought a Steam Deck. I have a VR headset with Resident Evil 4 on it. And I've been planning a ton of new series and really big videos that I have coming up. So I hope you guys stick with me because I have a lot of great videos coming up and I'm super excited to show you guys more. Now, on to the leak stuff. I've been covering Resident Evil leaks longer than anybody else in the community. You can confirm this for yourself just by looking at my earliest leak video. And over the months of me covering these leaks, there have been so many different leakers. And a lot of leaks turn out to be fake, but a lot of them also turn out to be real. So there's always a 50-50 chance when something is real or fake. Now, some leakers end up getting a lot of things right, which ends up building up their credibility. And then there's a lot of leakers who are basically just people coming up with fan fiction. Now, for those that aren't familiar, and I don't mean to really bring drama into this video, which is why I'm not really going to talk too much about it, but there is a leaker who was on Twitter named The Real Insider. Now, this guy has been talking about leaks for quite some time, but at some point, he eventually got exposed for being another YouTuber. There's a guy named Dan Allen Gaming who puts up some pretty good videos and does a lot of really cool interviews, and it turns out that this guy was behind the Real Insider Twitter account. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because he teased a possible demo coming up next month for the Resident Evil 4 Remake.
But anyways, moving on to the reason why you guys clicked on this video. On September 6th, the insider tweeted an image of the PlayStation 2 RE4 cover with a demo disc caption on it, and on the left you can see that the image says available October 2005, which was the release date for RE4 on the PS2.
Now, it turns out that some of the stuff that he's been posting on Twitter is actually fake, and he's just posting it basically for, you know, recognition. But I have some evidence to sort of back this up. So Capcom announced a Resident Evil showcase for October. Now, Capcom didn't give us an exact date, but we can assume that it's going to happen before October 28th, which is when the Resident Evil Village DLC releases. But this is where things get a little interesting, so please bear with me. Alright, so The Real Insider is teasing that an RE4 Remake demo is releasing next month. Now, usually Resident Evil demos are released like a month before the game comes out. So why would they release a demo this early? Well, let me explain. Capcom announced a Resident Evil showcase for October, and they confirmed that the Resident Evil 4 Remake is going to be at this showcase. Now, if you remember, at the last Resident Evil showcase, Capcom released a Resident Evil Village demo called the Maiden demo. Now, Capcom is very unpredictable sometimes, because for the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, we pretty much only got one demo. But for Resident Evil 7 and Village, we got multiple demos. Now, prove me wrong, but Resident Evil 4 is broken up into 3 parts: the village section, the castle section, and the island section. So here's where Rapid Crafter's theories start to come into play. I think they're going to release a village demo next month, and then maybe sometime around December they're going to release a castle demo, and then sometime around February of 2023 they're going to release an island demo. Now, you might be thinking, why would they release a demo this early? It doesn't really make too much sense. Well, I kind of disagree. I don't know if you guys remember, but Resident Evil 7 got a demo a whole year before the game came out.
I don't know what happened. There's so much that you need to know. There you are!
God.
You gave us quite a scare, young lady.
Now, the reason why I feel like they did that is because they wanted to build up as much hype as possible. Say what you want about RE7, but I would say it's a fact that RE7 literally put the franchise back on its feet. And Capcom usually doesn't do that. They usually hype up games just a few months before they come out. Now, look, I know some people are scared about the remake. Some of you guys are really excited for the remake. And honestly, honestly, both sides have every right to feel that way. Now look, whether you hate RE4 or not, there is absolutely no denying that RE4 is the literal grandfather of over-the-shoulder games. And a lot of people are very worried for the remake. They're like, oh my god, what if Capcom messes it up? What if they treat it like the Resident Evil 3 remake? And unless Capcom isn't confident in this next remake, I don't see why they wouldn't release a demo next month. RE2 and RE3 are very special games, the originals and the remakes. And I'm not trying to sound like an RE4 fanboy necessarily, but RE4 is a whole different ballpark. RE4 is a very special game. Even if you don't like RE4, even if you're one of those people that says, oh, RE4 is trash, it's a garbage game, it's a horrible Resident Evil game, RE4 literally changed the gaming industry, and that's a fact. It inspired so many other survival horror games, it inspired so many other action games, and there's a reason why the game is literally playable on just about any console to this day. I mean, you could walk up to your refrigerator and you could probably play Resident Evil 4 on it. And unless Capcom doesn't understand Resident Evil fans and they're just gonna spit all over this next remake, I think Capcom is very aware of how special RE4 is. And I think they know that they have to treat this remake with respect. Even if the remake doesn't turn out to be better than the original, I still personally think that this remake is going to be a really good game. And if I'm wrong, then you guys can all laugh at me and clown on me, but I don't think it's going to be a bad game. But with the Resident Evil showcase happening next month, I think there is a very high chance that we could get a demo on that day. But what are your predictions for the Resident Evil showcase? Do you think Capcom is going to be cool enough to give us a demo, or do you think they're going to keep teasing us like they always do? But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys a ton, and as always, I will catch all of you in the next one.